Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance, and hopefully we are working correctly as we should be. I see we've got Lewis in from YouTube, well, or from Portugal really, but he's on YouTube. Okay, We Share Abundance updates. We are a cloud nation. We are the United States of the world, in that we happily welcome people from every corner of the world, every continent, country, every colour, class, creed, gender, financial status, educational level. We're non-separatists. We don't even recognise those differences. We just see everybody as human beings. We recognise that every human being is unique and so has something unique to offer our community, and so is of equal value to every other member of our community. Okay. With that said, we should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance, publicly. And I'm heading over there now to see who's in there, because that's where we see most of the comments. And we have names from people. So I'm going to Facebook. I'm going to make sure my speakers are off so we don't get feedback. I'm going to be looking for We Share Abundance publicly group. And when I get there, I'm going to be looking for the 6th of May. And so far, so good. If I click here, we should get the comments up. And we've got Deborah in from Southern USA. And Richard in from a lot closer. He's just, I don't know, probably 30, 40, 50 miles away. I'm not quite sure how far from where I am now in Cornwall. He's in Devon. And of course, it's been a memorable day in the United Kingdom. It's the first time we've had a coronation for 70 years. It's only the second one in my lifetime. I remember quite vividly the first one. I used to have a little plastic replica of the golden carriage that was used for the coronation, with plastic white horses and things. I don't think there is quite as much, well, I'm sure there isn't quite as much fondness at the moment for royalty as there used to be. But the last coronation was not long after the end of the Second World War, and patriotism was very high, and a lot of the royal family and what they had done and how they had conducted themselves through the war was in everybody's mind. I think the role has changed drastically over the years. I think that what King Charles said, in that he's here to serve, not to be served, is exactly right now. The king is no longer a ruler of the country. He represents the country. I think these anti-royalists are a little bit out of date in what they're doing, in saying that we don't accept the king. We are looking for a republic, because royalty now represents patriotism. It represents the country. It's one way of being patriotic, is to say, okay, that guy, King Charles III, represents England. He's an ambassador for England, and he's here to serve and spread the good things about England throughout the world. He's not there to rule. He's not there to be passive. He's not there to be pandered to. He is purely and simply a representative of the country. And to say that we don't acknowledge the king is like saying we don't acknowledge that we're citizens of the United Kingdom. Just my opinion, because of the changing roles that have happened in royalty, and then that's where we are now. Anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed the day, whether they were in this country or any other country, and whether they watched the coronation or not. I certainly didn't. I didn't have time, but I hope all went well and everybody enjoyed it. I hope there'll be some festivity and parties and some decent weather for tomorrow and Monday when we have a bank holiday in England. Okay, that's enough said from me on the coronation. We've got Akpomade in from Nigeria, and we've got Kingsley in from Manchester in the UK. And I'm here really to give you updates on what's happening with We Share Abundance. And there's not a lot changed since the updates I gave you yesterday, really, because developers don't work on weekends, and there's not a lot that I can do on the weekend because people that we're associated with don't work on weekends either. I do have a new proposal from the team that is um, what's the word? Hoping to gain our business anyway for the Fun Miracle site. I've not had time to go through it yet. I'll go through it tomorrow. I did get the stable staking paid today. Finance was operating as it usually does, and, quickly. Yesterday, as I say, when I tried it, it was taking 20 minutes to process, but it was back to normal today, processing in, I don't know what it takes, a minute, 2 minutes at the outside. So that is feasible. 20 minutes, it's not. So we did get them all paid, so everybody got paid up for secondary stakes and stable stakes, and I hope that is good for everybody. I had a look in the Vortex site, which is a third-party plan. It's not within our community, but it's one that we have in our multiple income streams, and from that, from members that join or from cash that we've put in as a community, helps the community. Any commissions and things come back in to the treasury. They will, with the liquidity of our tokens, they will boost the value of our community as a whole. And Vortic have now changed their system. So previously, you couldn't compound the income that you got in very easily. If you had, for example, a $10,000 plan, you earn $600 in a week from that plan. If you wanted to put that into a new plan, you could only put it in plan A, which earns a lot less than your $10,000 plan. But now you can take that 600 and add it on to your $10,000 plan, so that it makes compounding a lot more effective and a lot easier and a lot more profitable as well. Similarly, if you had a plan in the plan A, which is up to 2,499, you can get in with $50. But for example, if you had $250 in there, that made you $10. You'd have to wait 5 weeks before you could get another plan and compound your income there in plan A with buying a new portfolio for $50. Now, As soon as you hit $10, and if you've got $250 in there, you can hit $10 every week. Then you can add that to your existing portfolio and increase your income for the duration of that plan. I did get a question asked to me today. There was a competition run, oh, I can't remember when now, probably ended 3 months ago or something like that. Maybe not that long, I don't know. But that was for 34 weeks. If you qualified in the competition, I can't remember when it ended. I think it ended sometime in March. So 34 weeks from March. What are we looking at? Quite a long time. It's in the future. But if you qualified in that competition, you had a $300 place allocated to you in the compounding plan, and I think it pays out about $800 at the end of the 34-week period. But there was a little bit of confusion because of the way that was displayed on the site, really. It said, you know, click here to activate this. And all you were doing was saying, yeah, I'll enter the competition. You weren't actually claiming the prize. And I think that confused a lot of people. So I just want to point out that if you clicked on that and you didn't qualify by, how many people did you have to refer? I can't remember whether it was 3 or 5, and I can't remember whether it was $150 or $250 they had to put in. But if you didn't qualify, you can forget all about it. It doesn't exist for you. We did qualify, but I can't remember exactly what it is and when. I know it was $300 invested for you, which pays out about $800 at the end of the 34-week period, but I don't know when that comes. But we paid out in advance to the people that helped us qualify by giving them a nice bonus on their deposits. So I hope that clears up any confusion on that. I don't think many people will have qualified, but if you did, fine, and if you didn't, just forget about it. But get into your Vortic account today. The funds are in your account from last week's income, and you can choose what you do with them. You can reinvest them very easily now, which is probably the best thing to do. If you've got enough, you only need $10. If you've got $10, you can reinvest it. If you've got less than $10, there's nothing you can do about it anyway. You can't withdraw it, you can't reinvest it. So you have to just leave it there to accumulate. You have got $10, and then you can choose whether you want to reinvest or withdraw. If you've got over $10, it's up to you what you do with it. But make your decision and get it done. Make sure you do it before 11 o'clock tomorrow, Sunday, London time. And if you do that, if you're compounding it, it will be in your balance for next week. So you get it straight away from Monday. If you're withdrawing, you'll get it paid out on Monday. They only pay out once a week. If you miss that cut-off time, you won't get paid out until the following Monday. So it is important to do it as soon as you make your decision, get it done, but make sure it's before 11 p.m. London time on Sunday, what are we on, 7th of May. And you will get paid on Monday, the 8th of May, or you will have it in your balance and earning money for you from Monday. So that's just a heads up. And have you ordered your car yet? You know, you can order a car in Beyond Infinity. You've got to be a member of Beyond Infinity, but that'll only cost you $15 if you join with our link. You join with our link, you pay your $50, and then you tell us, and we give you $35 back. So it's a net $15. If you don't have $50, you won't be able to get a car anyway, but you're in a position to in the near future. Because you can send us $15, we'll pay the 50 for you, and then you can go out, refer a few people, and as soon as you've got $250 in commissions, boom, you can buy your car, or pay for your car. You will get then to be able to choose the car of your choice, up to $25,000, and it will be delivered to you in 365 days from the time you make your deposit. It will be your choice of vehicle, and it'll be from the distributor of your choice. So you pick let's suppose for ease of example, let's suppose you wanted a Ford, I don't know, Ford car anyway, that was going to cost you around about 25 grand, or the retail price on the road was $25,000. Then you would go to your nearest Ford dealer and check out what the best options were for you, and you could, maybe the basic car is 18,000, but you want leather seats, so it's then 19, and then you want metallic paint, so it's then 20, or whatever. All these bits and pieces you can add in. So you can custom design your car up to the value of your purchase level, which is 100 times whatever you deposit. But it's in $250 multiples, and that's why I'm talking about. $250 gets you $25,000 car. You put in $500, and it'll get you a $50,000 car. And I think those two levels are what most people would be happy with. But you can go beyond that, and or you can put in more and have more than one car. Maybe you want one for you and one for the missus, or maybe you want uh, one for you and one for each of your children. Whatever, you can do it all, but get it ordered as soon as you can, because the longer you leave it, the longer it is until you take delivery. And I don't want you feeling miffed when we're all driving around in our new cars in our from the We Share Abundance account. The car will be delivered now in, I think we're up to 359 days. So, or was it 350? I don't know. It's coming down anyway. There's a countdown in your account, shows you how many days you've got left. And once you've only got a couple of months left, 60 days or whatever it is, then you get a form to fill in, and you put in the dealer name and all these specifics for the vehicle, and then Beyond Infinity go to the dealer. They sort that out with them. They do the deal, um, and on the allotted day, you go along and you make sure you're insured, and you collect your keys, and off you go. You drive off in a brand new vehicle. The longer you leave it, the longer you'll have to wait for that car. And as I say, you're going to see us all driving around in these flash new cars, and you're going to think, well, why didn't I do it earlier? Okay, so do it now. Get in there, get your, and actually as well, if you do it today, let's suppose you put in $250. 200 of that goes into your BIG account, your Beyond Infinity Gold account, and you'll earn interest on that when they do the numbers on that later on today or tomorrow. I'm not quite sure. It's always there on a Sunday morning for me. I'm not quite sure what time they run everything, but if you're getting quick now, it'll count for this week's interest in your Beyond Infinity Gold account. You get 80% of the value that you deposit into the marketing plan for the car into your passive income plan. So if you put in 250, $200 goes into your plan. Put in 500, 400 goes into your plan. Put in 1,000, 800 goes into your plan. And you'll be earning interest on that. Boom, straight away today if you get it in and done now. Okay, who else have we got in? We've got, did I mention Akpomade from Nigeria? I don't think I did, but he's in now. We've got Kingsley from Manchester, and we've got Rosina in from Edinburgh up in Scotland. Okay. Um, I don't think I've got any real news for you. Um, I've been working through the day, but I don't seem to have got anything very much done. I was hoping to do a new spreadsheet for Vortic with the um, compounding system that they have now. Um, but I did have a look at it, but I thought, oh, it's going to take me too long, and I've got too much to do, so I didn't get to it. I spent about 10 minutes on it. I was like, oh, no, no, no. If I get involved in this, it's going to take me 2 or 3 hours, um, and I can't afford that amount of time at the moment. So no spreadsheet, I'm afraid. Um, what else? What else? Oh yeah, somebody watched the replay of yesterday's. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. I talked about us moving from Waves to a different blockchain with our tokens. The Visa token is going to take longer. The Visa token we're going to need to uh, put on one side for a moment. We'll keep trying to increase the liquidity of the Visa token within Waves, but to actually get it moved over, well, it's got so many tokens out there, and and a lot of the people holding tokens may not even be members, and so to actually get a transfer over to another one is not going to be easy. But the Wheat Abundance token, there's not too many of them out there in the marketplace. We should be able to do that much faster. But it's in progress. It's not. I don't have a timeline for it. When we do, I'll let you know how to do it. Other person asked, how do we go about changing it? Which blockchain is it on? When we've got it all done, I'll let you know. Okay. And then he also said, is there a way that you can buy back the tokens now? We're never going to buy the tokens back. That's not what we're in the place to do. All we're going to do is we're going to replace your tokens with the new tokens. So if you've got $1,000 worth of Visa Abundance tokens, then you'll get $1,000 worth of the new token, whatever that will be called. So that's it. We're not actually buying your tokens from you. We're just going to transfer them into the new token, and that will be on a different blockchain where we will be able to set up a system, and I think we may even have our own exchange. I've been thinking about it. I've been running a lot of figures and doing things, and there is a possibility that we will have our own exchange for the token, not for all tokens. We're not an exchange as such, purely for the Visa Abundance token, because that way we can control the liquidity better than just throwing it out on the market and putting money in the liquidity pool. And even if we do it through the liquidity pool, we'll probably do a little bit of both, maybe. We will still have to control and I've got lots of formula potentials for how we will control the withdrawals of tokens based on how much liquidity there is in the pool. In other words, if the reservoir's down at the bottom because we've not been doing much like it is at the moment. We've just dampened the soil at the bottom of the reservoir at the moment. But as we get more in, we're going to start seeing a puddle, and then we're going to start seeing it spread so that you can see it filling the whole base, and gradually it'll come up the sides. And when we get it filled up nicely, we'll have absolute liquidity. But we will have liquidity as it grows. So that's where we are. So yeah, we are in progress with it. We are looking at various things, but don't try and get ahead of the game. As soon as it is that there is something specific there that I can give you, you will have it. But I just gave you the news that we will definitely be moving, and it is in progress. We've got to do a lot of stuff behind the scenes as well, because we've got to change or have ready to change from our systems, which are linked into the Waves Exchange now. We've got to have all that ready to be moved into a different blockchain. I've had a word with Devyani about it already. Obviously, she's very much involved, and she's going to have to swat up on that for the blockchain that we decide on as well, so that everything will just be a smooth transition. Okay, we've got Reynold Alfred here as well from Trinidad and Tobago. Hi there, nice to see you, Reynold. And Trinidad and Tobago. I thought you were from Cuba. And it says Trinidad and Tobago. I've got a feeling that you were in Cuba, Reynold. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. We got Kingsley saying we need to be careful moving our tokens because looking at what hackers are doing to AAS. Yeah, I don't know what hackers are doing to AAS. I don't know how AAS will come out of this. I don't know whether it's a ploy or whether it's genuine. We'll have to just wait and see. But AAS are in a very different situation to us, Kingsley. AAS have millions of dollars worth of people's money in easily convertible tokens, such as USDT and Bitcoin and things like that. We're not in that league at all, and we're not going to attract the same level of attention from hackers that they are. At some point in time, yeah, we will be targeted, and we have already done work on that for if we were targeted through where we are now on the Waves Exchange. But it's well down the road, and we are already we already have systems and things that are not going to be very. It's not going to be worthwhile for hackers. Let's put it that way, because as we put our tokens out to people in public, if we've got $1 million worth of tokens out in the marketplace, there might be 100,000 people with $10 each or something. The hacker would have to go to everybody in there. Where the hacker would want to be is in accessing our account, and that holds the balance of the tokens, and that would be where they would intend to to steal from, if you like, and that would probably be a very difficult job with all the precautions that we have in place. But I appreciate your concern, Kingsley, and it's something that we have got in mind. But although it's exciting, and I let you know about it because we are actually in progress, I don't know how long it's going to take. It's not going to be within the next few days. It's probably not going to be in the next few weeks. It may be in the next few months. But there's no specific date for it at this time. We've got a lot of research and work to do, and we've got to build the infrastructure behind within our own systems in We Share Abundance before we do anything beyond that. So just giving you a heads up on it, really. I have numbers. We had a net increase of 10 in our registered members to 38,905. That's the first time we've been up that high for a long, long time. If we look back, I think we were at a low of 38,802 on the 13th of April. I think that's as low as we got. So since the 13th of April, where are we now? It's a little bit less than a month. 802, 905. We're up just over 100 in a month in our registered members. The registered members that we have are always more solid than they were, because what we're doing, but when we grow, when we have a net increase, we're taking out people that are inactive. So we're always constantly moving the inactive people out, and we're getting new registrations in. So we're freshening, if you like, our member base constantly, and to freshen it with an upward trend, which has been for quite a while now, is encouraging, because we've not even started the big pushes that will happen with the marketing campaigns and various other things that we're implementing. So it's good to see. It doesn't mean that we won't get negatives in the near future and it'll drop down a bit or whatever, but it has been consistently growing, as I say, in less than a month. Not earth shattering or anything, but it's going in the right direction. And also we are up 6 in our active members. Those are people that are logging in on a daily basis usually. That's at 3,559. Up 6 from yesterday. It was up 6 yesterday as well. Up 7 the day before. Then we had a couple of good days before that, 34 and 19. So it's dropped off a little bit, but I think it will come back up. Multiply Visa, once again, because of the Poverty Crusher plan, the revenue share is doing better there. Just need to log in to get the revenue share there. $2,140 and 33 cents in our bonus pool in Multiply Visa. The Multiply Visa account, I know, is a lot of people want us to get that back, and we need that Visa to open up, and that will happen. We've got plans for that as well. Lots of things, lots of ideas, lots of formulas, and we will be moving that token up in price. I can't give specifics on it. I can't give dates on it, but we are always working to do that. And there's been a lot of thought on it. It's not going to be long before it's in progress, but that doesn't mean it's going to be like overnight. Once we were in progress, it's going to take a while to implement everything and get it working and get things moving in the right direction. Okay, those are your numbers. Do we have any questions? I can't see any there. Let me find the app and see if we've got other people in from YouTube or Twitch. I did tell you that Lewis was in first of all. Oh, and we've not started with our prayer. We're going to end with our little prayer in a second. Because we have a little prayer that we usually do, and I just got carried away. But we'll have our little prayer now, and that will, yep, because there's no questions there. The little prayer is to help us find true happiness in life. Everything that we do in life is designed to bring us happiness, whether it's to buy the new car or whether it's to uh, put a dollar in the beggar's bowl or whatever it is. It's because it makes us feel good. It makes us happy. Um, whether it's about having a relationship with somebody, it's because we feel it's going to make us happy. Happiness is what we seek. You can't buy it. No matter how much money you've got, it won't necessarily make you happy. It'll help you pay your bills and get some of those material things that you've always wanted. There's no harm in having the money, but it won't necessarily make you happy. You'll always want more and more and more, be searching for things, and you'll be stressing out trying to find what it is you're missing until you understand that everything you want will come through loving service to others. And when you do that, you will have that inner joy always with you, and everything that you want and need in life will flow to you. That's what our prayer's about. We are also not separatists, as I said, we've got a little affirmation that we'll do after the prayer, and then we'll let everybody go their own way today. Okay, so here's our little prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, each member may find the joy of service, and through service attract into their life everything they want and need, and true happiness. Amen. And the little affirmation that helps us shed any prejudice is, we are so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay, and that's me for the day. I'll be back same time, same place tomorrow, 7 p.m. London time on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance publicly. Until then, be good Weezer citizens. Be Weezer warriors. Get out there, give away some coupons. Share love and abundance. Order your car. Get your compounding done in Vortic. Until then, God bless you all. I love you all. And I'll see you later, alligator. In a wild crocodile. I'll see you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go out and share. Go the extra mile. See you later, alligator.